Hawks21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. So in the town hall yesterday, they dropped the art for the new Chaos Legion Legendary Summoner for the Fire Splinter, as you can tell from this image. The art is amazing. Look at this guy. He looks sick. We're going to do one of my favorite things, which is to speculate on the abilities that this guy is going to have, based on nothing more than just this picture. But before we do that, I am Hawks21. I make Splinterlands content almost every single day. If you enjoy the game or learn anything new from my content, it would be awesome if you could like and subscribe. It is a quick, free, and easy way to support the channel. Alright, let's get into this guy. Again, artwork, absolutely sick. I love it, love it, love it. And I feel like this guy is going to be particularly good. I think he's released early, right? Which in my brain, at least, they were going to save the more OP, quote unquote, summoners, at least what they think are going to be the most OP summoners, for the end, because they'll be more scarce, just because there's less guaranteed in airdrops. But they look at the data, and I think they know that outside of Jotun, Fire basically never gets played, specifically in Modern. I never play Fire. Most of the content creators that stick in Modern format don't really play Fire if you watch them, again, outside of Jotun. So I think they know that Fire needs a little bit of a boost. Again, totally just speculation, but I think this card could be, on paper at least, one of the better ones. You don't really know what cards are going to be the best until they're all in the game, and obviously it changes quickly as they release more cards. Like Rift Watchers could make certain summoners way more powerful based on the cards that are in there. But at least on paper, I think this will be one of the better ones. Alright, let's get into some of the specifics with the image, and let's draw some thoughts from that. My first thing I want to point out, obviously the sick Phoenix, right? Phoenix gives me this image of agileness, elusiveness, flight, speed. Paired that with, it looks like he has some fire wings. I don't know if this is sort of trail off in some way from the Phoenix, but I think this is his own wings. I'm pretty confident these are his own wings. If you also notice, everything about him sort of says quickness as well, on top of the bird, right? He's not wearing a ton of armor. He almost has it just on this shoulder as almost like a charge thing where he's going to run quickly up with his knife, get in and out. So he's not really weighed down by anything. He's basically shirtless. His hair is tied back. Makes it easier to sort of be quick and maneuver around. So the first thing I'm going to say is this summoner is going to have one of a couple things. Maybe some combination of multiple. Something to do with elusiveness. The first thing that came to mind was flight. We have a flight summoner, but we have a summoner that only gives flight. So there's precedent for it. They have data for it. But I think this is going to give flight combined with some other things. But maybe not flight. Flight would be my first take, obviously, from the wings and from the bird. But maybe dodge. Maybe phase? I'm not sure. I think one of those, flight, dodge, or phase, with a combination of +1 speed. I don't know. I don't know if they would do +2 speed with one of those abilities. That might be too overpowered. I mean, there is precedence for +2s. I know a couple summoners have them. If we just, like the Wizard of Eastwood is one with the -2, sorry, but just 2 changers. Obviously Kitty has the +2 speed. There's the Bright and Bloom, which has the flying. Where are the other multiple? Peak Rider, right, is an old card that has +3. Little Deep Swimmer has +2. There's Peak Rider. Llama has +2. Kitty has +2. So maybe it's +2. But off the bat, I would say +1 speed, and then either flight, dodge, or phase. I would lean towards flight, and I think I would prefer flight. Then it needs one more thing, right? Because generally you have 3 things across legendary summoners. Let's see if that's actually true for the most part, for at least for the legendary airdrop summoners, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. Was this? Yeah, so okay. Only 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So mostly 3, one example of 2 with the Peak Rider. So I wonder if they would just do +2 speed and flight or something and just make a super elusive one. But I think more likely, and I'm judging from this sword, right? You wouldn't necessarily need a dagger, sorry. You wouldn't necessarily need to give him a dagger. He could just be like an elusive summoner. But he does have that dagger. And him having that dagger makes me think we're either going to get a +1 melee, which that's been done in Fire. Maybe overdone, because we just had Tarsa, and I forget the guy's name, but we have another... Fire also has another guy who's +1 melee. Oh, here we go. Malric. I think it could be piercing. So think about this. Really fast, and we have piercing as well with Kid Yuff, but really fast, elusive, so +1 speed, flying or dodge, with piercing. So quick attacks, hard to hit, and I think that could be a big boost for Fire, because I don't really use Fire because it's slow. I actually made a video going back, when I switched from Tarsa to Kid Yuff, right here. Check that out. I explained why I thought piercing was important to Fire. So I think I would prefer piercing. Let's actually just take a quick look at Splinter cards. See if there's any abilities I'm not thinking of. SPS up to 75 cents. Well. Piercing, I'm just going to go through quick. I don't want to waste time. I don't think it'll be Blast. I don't think they want to mess with that. Maybe some sort, you could also combine Backfire, right? Like maybe it's full elusive. Maybe it's flying, Backfire, and +1 or 2 speed. That would be kind of crazy. I could see maybe Cripple, but I would hate that. Imagine a double strike. I don't think they'll do double strike, but that would be funny. Maybe Giant Heal. I'm gonna sort of just do some like off the cuff sort of speculation. I don't think any of these, I already said what I thought, but like Giant Killer would be interesting, right? Like he's a little guy who's quick and fast, and he has the ability to sort of like outmaneuver these big lumbering giants. So that could be interesting. Retaliate. I don't see him being a big retaliate monster. He seems a little small. Let's see. I don't see him like bringing any type of shield. Maybe that little pad on his shoulder, but he doesn't have that much shield. Opportunity. Can you imagine like opportunity or sneak? I think that would be too OP. I mean, if you look at him, I could see it. Again, just from sort of the agile quickness type situation, but I don't think they'd want to bring that to a monster. I wonder if they would ever bring like stun. I don't know. Yeah, I think, I don't know if there's anything else I would put there. Maybe True Strike, but if they're gonna bring some speed and stuff, That might be a little redundant, although the True Strike on Kitty is huge. Yeah, before I ramble too much, I'm going to stick with that. Plus 1 or 2 speed, some sort of elusiveness ability, flying, dodge, phase, and then either plus 1 melee or piercing. To wrap up, let's quickly look at some fire cards and see if my speculation is correct. Who benefits? Again, I love this type of speculation, so we're going to do this. We're going to do modern. So we just have modern fire cards. You know, obviously any sort of attacker with additional speed and flying is great. Giving exploding rats the piercing would be really awesome. If it is piercing, you know, specifically at the highest levels when it gets 4 attack. It's already really fast, so like the speed boost and stuff. Although giving it, like a melee can attack from anywhere would be cool too, because if you give it some additional elusiveness, you know, it only has the 1 health, so that's its downside. If you give it some elusiveness, it'd be really hard to hit, right? If you buffed its speed, gave it flying, so I can make this card more useful. Antoid Platoon I like. Radiated Brute would be nice. Both these guys with piercing. If it had like plus 1 melee, this could be good with the Demoralize at the highest level. Again, any like this would be good with piercing. Obviously, I already made a piercing video, so I want to focus on that. Ooh, the Tenyi Striker would be kind of crazy. So if you gave him plus 1 speed and flying, for example, he already has the dodge at all the way down at silver. He has the dodge. But he gets the backfire up at diamond. Can you imagine this thing with more speed? Because it only has 4 speed, but dodge, flying, a speed boost, and backfire. Ooh. Oh, I love that. Flame Monkey would get a bit of a boost with the repair and the swiftness, because if you're talking about speed and elusiveness, that makes sort of the big slow guys like Grum and Living Lava a bit more playable in non-reverse speed rule sets. So having that repair and even more speed at the highest level would be a big boost. $110 to get a max copy though. Probably not going to be able to do that. Serpentine Spy would be a big winner. More speed, more elusiveness with the low health. Kind of what I talked about with the exploding rats. And then, you know, if it got piercing or something. Flamesmith with the repair in gold. For the same reason as the repair from the Flame Monkey. Phineas Rage. Forgotten One already has piercing, but like it's pretty slow. It only has 2 speed at the highest levels. So, you know, giving it piercing, some elusiveness and some more speed would be nice. Spark Pixie already has all of the elusive things, but just giving it more speed with piercing. Some of these ranged attackers, like Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac is kind of fast. Where's that other one? That's been dropping in price and I've been curious about. If you give him more speed with the blast, it already has the piercing. This card gets more interesting. You know, the Sinash at the highest level when it gets... Oh no, it get all the way down at silver it actually gets swiftness. But yeah, giving this card swiftness, you know, just creating more of a speed focused thing. And then obviously Magnor. If you Magnor with piercing, it's part of the reason why I got Kid. With more speed, OP. Grum, same thing. So yeah, there's some cards here that would benefit from this type of monster. But that's my bet. I know I've said it a bunch of times. Gonna finish the video saying it again. Plus 1 or 2 speed, some sort of elusiveness ability. So flying, dodge, phase. And then piercing or plus 1 melee. What do you guys think of my speculation? I love these types of conversations. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm totally wrong. I remember I was very right on the Carnage Titan, and I was kind of wrong on Grandmaster Wraith. I don't remember exactly what I had for Grandmaster Wraith, but it was a little bit off. So I love being right, I love being wrong, I love having conversations about this. Put your comments below and we can argue in the chat. Also, give me a follow on Twitter. I tweet a lot of stuff, come engage with me there. It's sort of the quickest place to see me, because obviously I only put out one of these videos a day. I'm going to stop it here. Hope you guys are enjoying Splinterlands. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. I will see you around the game and talk to you soon.